Is this something, though, that it's a bit of a bugbear of yours, of the men talking about going into labour?
Well, I feel, you don't want to be cruel, but I guess the thing with men talking about labour, obviously you're always going to be the water boy because you're kind of on the sidelines, not really involved. But there is a bit of that. Like even a few months ago now, one of the comedians was telling me about his wife had a baby, and I was asking how she got on. He was like, "Oh yeah, flying it. She had a C-section." I don't know why everyone doesn't get a C-section. And you're like, okay, so a C-section is basically like, I don't know if you've ever looked for keys in a tote bag, but the tote bag is your body. Like, it's a big deal. And then I went home and I said to Fred about the C-section. Fred was like, "Why don't you get a C-section?" I was like, there needs to be more male comedians on the board of the National Maternity Hospital because they have discovered this serious life hack, which is that everyone should get a C-section.
Which is to cut through muscle. Let's just rip a woman open.
Yeah. Onto a winner there.
So I feel that it's well-intentioned, but I don't know how helpful the input is. And then there is that thing no more than the lads telling me at the weekend about, like, their old rugby injuries and the pain in their leg. And the first question every man asks themselves is this worse than labour? Like, that's their metric. They're just... And I'm telling you, it's not.
It's going to be worse, yeah.
For sure.
The injuries.
The injuries are going to be worse in long term.
Well, isn't it the joke with the dislocated shoulder? And they said, well, what about trying to put it back in again?
Sure,
Tommy,
don't talk to me about a dislocation. I dislocated my shoulder putting my coat on once.
What?
Yes, I was putting my coat on and I dislocated my shoulder. So I do sports too, Tommy, is what I'm saying.
So which was worse?
I would say definitely the labour, and that's because of our old friend Mr. Episiotomy, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He sounds friendly, but...
He is not.
It's basically two holes becoming one. The Spice Girls actually wrote a song about it, Tommy. I don't know if you knew.
Oh my God, I'm never going to sing that song at Christmas.
No, it's not a Christmas one, Muireann. I'm telling you. Happy Christmas.
What about when people are, when the husband in a straight relationship kind of says, "Oh yeah, we're pregnant. We're getting very tired at night," when it's all we.
Yeah, no, I mean, that again, like, it's well-intentioned, but I feel like you have to let us have this one, guys. There's very little skin in the game. Now, to be fair, Fred's actually really good for that. Like, he's like, there's none of this, like, I'm in bed generally for after the Angelus. I'm like heading straight for the bed. And Fred, and unfortunately Ted really takes after him. He's very high energy at night. So like it could be 10, 11 o'clock at night and Fred is whipping out the keyboard and he's like, "This is for Tony Bennett." It's just, and Ted is with him and it's going to be chaos with the two kids. I don't know how I'm going to manage.
Have you got the bag packed?
I mean, yeah, I do have the bag packed, but last time, I don't know where I was going last time. You should have seen the bag by me the last time. I had, underwear-wise, I had all these, like, lovely lacy knickers. I mean, I don't know what I had planned for what was happening the week after the birth. I was obviously embarking on an affair with the hospital consultant or something. But this time round, it's just a sandwich bag. Fred actually found the bag and he was like, "Well, I tried this bag of rags." I was like, "They're my hospital knickers." So I'm much smarter about it this time. And I have a couple of things that I can throw at Fred's head during the labour as well. So
soft things.
Of course.
Yes, you got to be aware of those.
Like a gym ball. Yeah.
What's Fred like in the prep for it?
As in terms of getting ready for the...
is he like the getaway driver? Like he's got the...
Well, Fred nearly missed the birth the last time because he's a complete driving Miss Daisy. I think he stopped to make a playlist on the way. He was so late. It was just outrageous. And then as I was drifting in and out of consciousness, all I could hear was Fred talking about Dancing with the Stars with the midwife. And I was like, what kind of hell is this? It was... So look, if he's there, Tommy, is what I'm saying. I'm 80% sure he is the dad, so we're hoping he's there. Be nice for him.
Julie J, listen, class. There is a few tour days left. Marriage counselling with Fred, if he makes it, in the Riverbanks Arts Centre in Newbridge on October 28th. And, of course, your own show, Oh, Oops, This is Toxic, Liberty Hall, Dublin, on September 29.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Thank you so much for coming in. Amazing. I can't believe 2 weeks ago and you come in to see us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, guys. Honestly, thanks for having me.